Welcome to our first fantasy football show. Where am I looking?
I have to look at the camera.
I need a place to look.
Yeah. Hey.
Get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Yeah.
Our producer's distracting.
Thank
See you
you.
later. Thank you for everything. Yes, so this is Scott. And this is E-Man.
It's good. No.
Okay.
You were doing the introduction. That's why I did this thing.
This is so great.
Because you had to introduce us.
I get to
both.
introduce
Right.
both of us. Okay, yes. So I'm E-Man. This is Scott. And we're here because we love the game of fantasy football.
Big fans.
Huge.
Yep.
So each week we plan to break down the busts and of the upcoming week and the boobs of the past week.
Mm-hmm.
And what else?
And blue chippers.
Blue chippers.
Like who's just gonna be solid this
Who's
week?
solid? Who's
Yep.
the solid contributors? The consistent people that you can count on from week to week.
Yep.
And
And the badasses.
And the badasses.
Like just gonna nail
Just,
it.
they do good things, and we love to watch them do
Yeah.
it. So
And we're gonna give you that this week for like the season. Who we think is going to be your blue chipper for the season, your badass for the season, who at some point during the season is going to do something boobish. Like our boobish projection.
right.
Who's going to miss some time, possibly, this season because they've done something boobish.
Something stupid that
Yeah.
they do in the locker room in practice or
Tweet.
God forbid, outside in the real world. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And will cause them possibly to miss time.
might
And also the
miss
bust,
time.
too. Like, who
Right.
who are people saying, solid year, and we're saying it's not
No
going to happen.
such luck.
Bust.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
You want to talk a little bit about your history and
right. Let's get into that.
Yeah.
Because you're probably like, who the hell are we? And
Exactly.
that's a very good question.
That's a very good question.
So we are just a couple of guys that have been involved in fantasy football for years.
Yeah.
And I do mean years, and I won't tell you how many, because we're going to keep our young viewership. Anyway, Scott.
Needless to say, we both won championships. I played in a lot of leagues and have won numerous championships.
He's more the online league
Yeah,
type. You might not even meet your other team owners. I'm more kind of like the homegrown grassroots kind of crew where you know the guys, you went to school with them or you work with them. I like those leagues because it's just more, it's easier to talk shit, more fun to talk. Can we see that?
I'm not sure we just did though.
Okay.
And we're actually in the league together this
We
year as
are.
well, so,
We haven't
which
done
we've
it
never
yet.
done before.
And we have never done before, so this is gonna be
Yep.
an interesting year for us anyway, and you'll be able to see that tension and dynamic.
Exactly, the
It'll
tension.
be gripping.
Yes,
Yes.
just gripping TV.
So,
All right, so shall we get
further
started?
ado,
Without
let's-
further ado, so what we're going to do, here's the way it's going to look, is we're going to say blue chippers, and each one of us has a list of who the blue chipper is going to be for the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end.
That's right.
And there'll be some honorable mentions in there, and we're just going to go down the list that way. So,
Yeah.
starting with the blue chippers, you want to start us off with the quarterback blue chipper?
Yes. In
Unless
fact,
you wanted to say
and
something else.
No, but again, yeah, just so you know, blue chipper again, constant contributor, the one you can count on, the one you basically put in your lineup at the beginning of the year, and you don't have to check until the end of the year.
Yep. And this is for the season, this
This
week.
is for the
Even though
season.
week one has already started 2 days ago with Green Bay and New Orleans.
Yeah.
We're doing season, not
This
doing
is-
week one. This
That's right.
season.
So, my blue chipper, easy as hell to call. Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Brees. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's got the weapons. He gets it done with whoever's in there.
Colson's
he's,
out.
He's done it year,
4 weeks.
and he'll still get the job done. That's why we call him a blue chipper.
Okay.
Yours?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Mine's. This is pretty boring, but Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Another.
I mean, both these guys played Thursday night, losing. The Drew Brees and the losing.
Losing end of it.
Yeah.
But
Had more points than.
But yes, exactly. Even in a losing effort,
Yeah.
Drew Brees actually got more fantasy points, and this is fantasy football. A lot of times people get confused, and they want to they the performance on the field or the performance of the team, gets into people's heads. Stop worrying about that.
Yep.
Look at those numbers. Who's giving you the points you need to win your fantasy? That's what's up.
That's all we care about.
That's right.
I don't care about my team, the Cincinnati Bengals,
It's a good thing you don't.
and I'm not drafting anyone from there either. Cedric Benson, if he's still there in round 14 or whatever.
Get him.
All right, so running back. I'll start with the blue chipper running back, and I'm going a little bit off the board. I'm in these top 5, but Ray Rice this year for me is my blue chipper. I think he ends the year with the most fantasy points for running back.
Bold statement.
A bold statement,
Tell
and here's
us
why.
Tell us
Here's why. You know the idea of location real estate. So, Vonta Leach.
He was the guy who was
Plowing away for Aaron Rodgers.
Arian
Exactly.
Foster last year.
Who's Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know.
I don't either.
He's making him up. as we go along.
But besides that, you've also got Lee Evans stretching the field and no Willis McGahee.
That's right. No Willis vulturing
Goal
the,
line
goal
touches,
line
baby.
touches and whatnot.
Yep.
And Ray nice. He likes to catch that ball and fly.
Yeah,
That's
a
not
little
a bad quarterback there. So
Before we go on, though, let me just say one thing. Emmanuel's a stat guy.
more about the facts.
Yeah.
You be hearing a lot of smoke and mirrors from Scott over here. Hey, it might pan out every.
I
every
would
once
just
in a
say
while.
stuff that with no backup whatsoever.
No real
But
basis.
I feel it's in my gut.
But it's sometimes
Feel it.
it's like that. And there is another segment we haven't mentioned yet. It's a little off screen over here, but there's the Nut Up or Shut Up. That's a segment we'd like to bring to you each week. And
We're doing that this week?
are we doing that this week?
I don't know. Maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe next week. But you can look forward to that.
It's kind of like our
it's your gutsy call,
yeah.
and you
Yeah.
either do it, and it might fly in the face of all reason and logic. And that's what you do though. You like to say, you know what? I don't care if Ricky Williams smokes weed on the off season.
What?
I'm.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
Mom?
didn't that? I saw. What was that?
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
So right
Back to it.
that's
Blue chip
my
wide
blue
receiver.
chip. My blue chip running back.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Yes, please.
Okay. So another one. Okay. I know it sounds a little boring, but this is the thing. You got to look at it. You could call Adrian Peterson a blue chip.
Oh.
You could call Chris Johnson a blue chip. You could call Michael Turner a blue chip.
Michael Turner? You're gonna call Michael Turner blue
you
chip?
could. You could. He's been churning
This year.
He's been churning it up.
He has in several years.
Right. And what do you
I'm
think's
talking
gonna
about this
happen
year.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Only thing I'm worried about, and he actually has a point. He has a point because they are having issues with their center, and
True.
Michael Turner is a little older, a little more banged up,
A
and
lot of yards.
there's all that, a lot of mileage on those wheels. But so I'm not gonna pick him.
That's a good
That's why I'm
idea.
going back to Adrian Peterson. Okay,
I thought you were gonna.
I'm gonna leave it with that.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere. I'm
No.
not. What
What
do
can
you
I say about that?
All right. Wide receiver.
Okay, you're a blue chipper.
You're a blue chipper.
Alrighty, let's see it. Johnson.
Yeah, me too.
Johnson.
That's so boring.
Andre Johnson is
Andre
born to
Johnson.
God. He's amazing. And you can count me. He's been at it for what now? What,
Dude's
5, 6
stud.
years?
I
He's
don't
been
know.
in stuff for forever now. So anyway,
All right, tight end.
no. What about your wide receiver?
Andre Johnson.
Okay.
You know, that's why I was like, yeah, whatever. We didn't talk about these because we wanted some freshness.
Yeah.
We wanted to keep it
Keep
fresh.
Keep it live and organic.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sitting here looking at my pick for blue chip tight end, and
And you're questioning.
I am questioning it because
because there's no basis.
well, there is that. It is Jermichael Finley, but there's always like, the guys on ESPN talk about Matthew Stafford if he stays healthy.
Right.
It's sort of the same thing with Jermichael Finley. If he stays healthy, I think he's going to lead the year.
Okay.
Lead year points. Bunch of them. Bunch of
Okay.
them.
All that people.
All that jazz.
I like the fact that you picked Michael Finley because I have him on my list, but not that list. I have him on the badass list. The reason why
Oh.
is because we haven't seen a whole season.
We've just
with
jumped
this guy.
ahead a little bit to the
We-
badass list. By the
yeah,
way.
we did. We
Which
had to.
is
Though,
fine.
You
It's
know,
next.
it's gonna have to work.
We could do like the snake draft and come back at the tight ends in the badass
Let's
list.
do
Let's do that. I like it. But could we
Well,
have your blue chipper?
Yeah, let's do the blue chip. But I just wanted to comment on Jermichael since you
Oh,
mentioned
yeah. I got it.
it. So that's really the connection.
Okay, great.
So the thing is, you know what? We haven't seen him for a whole year.
Yeah.
And he was injured last year, and yes, he's supposed to, and he's an athletic guy, he's a smart guy, but blue chips are guys that you can count on. And even admittedly over here, he's saying if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
To me, doesn't sound like a blue chip.
Does not sound like a blue
Anyway,
chipper. That's why I was questioning it a little bit.
and for good reason.
Yeah.
Mine, Witten.
I said into the stats.
Witten,
Witten.
Jason
Yeah.
Witten.
Solid.
Really not much more to say than that.
Yeah.
Done, next.
Every week.